Hello and welcome to the Airbrush Wizard. My name is Skelly, and this area right there is where I'm going to have to set up my airbrush station. Moved into a new house not too long ago. It's been a few years, but I've been painting out of a garage, and I want to move all of my painting to right there. So I've already got a cutting pad. It was a very large cutting pad. I don't remember where I got it. I think it might have been off of Amazon. It could have actually come from like a big box store like Office Depot or something. But my wife ended up buying me this. And then I just cut one end to fit the bay window all the way in and around. And then I attached everything with super heavy duty Velcro. And it's been working great for all of my crafting needs. Anything that I need to cut. It's actually pretty good for doing drawing on too, because you get a nice padded surface. But that's going to change, because I need to make this my airbrush station. And I've got a bunch of paints, as you can see there. There's stuff everywhere, airbrush stuff. I'd like to try and get it to where I can make this little section here on both sides. I'd like to put racks there, and that can be where I store all of my paint for quick and easy access. I also have a vent fan that I need to somehow finagle in through the window there, pipe in. And I have a box that I built with some extra lighting that I can spray in to keep all the overspray from going all over the place. So, now that you've seen that, I am going to set you down on a tripod here. And first things first is to clear out all this mess. So by clearing it out, I mean putting it probably right there on the floor. But let's go ahead and get all this taken off, and then from there we'll start to figure out what needs to come in from the garage and be set up. And yeah, here we go. We got it all cleaned up now. Boy, those windows are horrible. I'm going to try and wipe those windows down. I think it's all on the inside because they're double pane. And we are a south-facing home. So the sun just beats the heck out of these things. But I want to try and clean them up a little bit. I won't do that on camera. And I will go get the box and everything else, and I'm going to need to try and pipe all this stuff in.
You look like hell. Get a drunken nights, drunken nights.
A song you can dance to.
Well, I am not a crooked man, but I come from crooked lands. Blown off crushed by winds that change beyond my control. City streets and country roads, where will I be tomorrow? Drunken mood said time to go on my way. Devil lives in trouble mind, religion is a waste of time. But I never turned around, and thinking free is not a crime. Though I have no one to blame, I never chose to love a shame. I cannot run my demons with one foot in the grave. It's really hard to stand up straight with one foot in the grave. Every night, first the shots, then the fights. So if you value your life, you just walk away. Drinking brown and seeing red, something ain't right in my head. My heart's alive, my liver's dead. Sorry, I can't stay. Stop that mind sobriety. There's two of everything you see. Always leave and stay free. Your riches don't mean shit to me. Though I have no one to blame, I never chose to have a shame. Can only walk in circles with one foot in the grave. It's really hard to stand up straight with one foot in the grave. Hey! Stop that mind sobriety, there's two of everything you see. Always leave and stay free, your riches don't mean shit to me. But I have no one to blame, I never chose to live a shame. It's really hard to get ahead with one foot in the grave. I mean, I have your pride, it's rheumatoid suicide. I can't seem to give a shit with one foot in the grave. Throw my life away, one foot in the grave.
Marijuana doesn't produce physical dependence, and it doesn't produce overdose deaths. It has an appeal to people who are interested in going beyond the conventional boundaries of their behavior.
I just got that Ramadan today. You want the goods, man, you gotta pay. Got that devil's little son. Got that devil's little son. Grab my bow, you know what to do. Make it sound big enough on you. Got that devil's little son. Got that devil's little son. Bring it, shake it, burn it up. Close your eyes, see, gotta move. Got that devil's little man. Got that devil's little man. Here's a loose leaf, summer crisp. Tastes as sweet as the angel's kiss. Got that devil's little man. Got that devil's little man. Blue and old strawberry corn, big Buddha cheese will get you off. Got that devil's lettuce boy. Got that devil's lettuce boy. Tell an old man to make a wait. Till your sorrows fade away. Got that devil's lettuce boy. Got that devil's lettuce boy.
So, as you can see, it's all done, well, with what I have. There's still a couple things I need to do, but I got to go and pick up some parts before I can do it. Yeah, I wanted to put this up so I have easy access to everything. I've had this just sitting in the garage for a while. I bought two of them. I bought one for our pantry to put inside the door. Works great. And we've been using it for about 1.5 to 2 years now. And I had this extra one in the garage. I was going to set up the garage into a workshop and use this to put oils and, you know, whatever chemicals. Get them off of a shelf and put them onto the wall. But these things are so cheap, I figured to heck with it. I'll put it out here, and I'll put whatever paints in it and whatever supplies, arts, crafts, stuff like that. Get it off of the bay area onto the wall, and then free and clear. That way I can now see everything. When I need to grab it, I don't have to go through things. I had all my paints sitting in that tray there. I had to pick up each paint individually and look to see what color it was. You know, sometimes these yellows are different. There's transparent yellow and there's opaque yellow. There's metallic yellow. You know, metallic true gold, there's opaque yellow. I mean, they're all pretty much, you know, they look the same from the outside, but obviously they're different. So it's nice to be able to see them all in the front like that. Just be able to grab it when I need it. This, I figure I'm going to make something, some sort of a stand-up for inside this shelf here with a little tray that comes out over the top of that. So it comes out farther than what this hanger is. So if you see there, it's pretty much in line. Well, if I want to use this as a drying rack, which is exactly what I want to do, I paint a lot of lures now. I'm really getting into that. It's so much fun. But you can hang. I want to hang all of my lures off of here until I get a rotisserie. Maybe at some point, if I really get into this. Right now, I'm just doing this for my own hobby. I like to fish, and I want to see if this little rainbow trout crankbait will actually catch fish in the river. But anyway, so I'm going to bring this up, bring it out a little bit, and then have something here that can catch any of the drippings that come off rather than it just going all the way down. Since I don't really need this shelf right now anyway. Not using it or that one up there for anything. So that just means I have to buy more paints. Don't tell the wife that. What I did over here, I cleaned everything up a bit, moved some stuff, have some stuff here that I've been wanting to paint forever and just haven't. Actually, I turned a couple of these into handlebars for a motorcycle, and that was pretty rad. One of them ended up being in a motorcycle crash, and I lost those, but I think the other one's still out there somewhere. Quick little jig I made so I can do 5 fishing tackle baits at the same time. If I want to paint 5 of them that look the same. Sometimes, well, a lot of times, especially if you're fishing in ponds with a lot of grass, a lot of structure on the bottom, fallen limbs, logs, things like that, you'll end up losing crankbait because they'll catch on pretty much anything. So, if I want to paint 5 of them and have 5 of the same ones out there, while I'm fishing, I can do that. It makes it much nicer instead of having to keep swapping out paint every time you want to go to a different color. You can paint all 5 of them with that one color, then swap out paint, go to the next one, next colors, paint all the colors at the same time. Pretty nice. I've had this box for a long time. I just built it out of some plywood. It's been in the garage for quite a while. I didn't do any of my painting in my actual garage. I went to a professional garage, a paint booth, where we were doing custom cars and motorcycles. And I just painted out of there as a hobby. The guy that runs the place, or ran the place, is kind of my mentor. He just taught me everything. Everything I know about airbrushing, other than what I've been able to find on YouTube if I need a quick tip or trick or something like that. But for the most part, he taught me everything I know. And I really thank him for it because I love doing it. It's so relaxing. You get into that groove where you're not thinking about anything but what you're doing, and next thing you know, you got a beautiful piece of artwork, and hopefully the customer's got a huge smile on her face when you give it to them. But a lot of little things. If you're into airbrushing, then you're always looking for stuff that you can blow paint through. my wife doesn't like to go shopping with me because anytime we go shopping, I mean, anytime we go shopping, I'm always pulling stuff out and going, I wonder what that would look like if you put paint through it. Like this is a bath loofah. I bought a bath loofah just so I could cut it up and be able to spray paint through it. And it turns out pretty good. These are for large scales. Anyway, so the box, I've had it forever. I just built it out of 3/4 plywood. Pretty simple, basic, nothing to it. Brad nails all the way around. Done. It doesn't really have any structure to it. It's just held together by those brad nails, straight down. I don't have any kind of supports or anything. But it's been working great for everything it is. I mean, really, the only thing you need it for is to stop overspray, contain everything inside of this area, and then I do still need to put a hole in the back here so that I can run a duct, the fan. I'm going to have the fan there with a dryer vent going down and out the window. So that's going to be plenty enough to get all of that overspray and fog out of the room, and perfectly safe. So I have to stop at Ace Hardware tomorrow on my way home from work and pick up a couple of things from there, and then I'll continue this video from that point. So trying to think of what else. I had to raise this up because I don't like the you can see how short this bay window ledge is, and when it's down that low I can't sit for too long because I'm always hunched over and my back just can't handle it. So my wife had a bunch of these extra little stackable things, and it's not real strong, but it'll suffice. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. It's carrying the load real well. There's not a lot of weight on this anyway, and yeah, I think that'll be just fine. Now that it's sitting up that high, I can bring the bar stool in and I can sit comfortably and paint and not stress my back out. So that's a good thing. Anyway, so yeah, I'll start the video again tomorrow, and we'll get busy finishing everything up. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Hey, we fish the painted crankbait. Grass all over it. Let's see how she does. A lot of grass and stuff floating in the water today. And we're back. So, it took a couple of days, but let me show you what I ended up doing. I got everything done off camera and decided it would be a lot simpler that way. And once I had it all done, then I'd be able to explain it all to you and show you exactly what I did. So that's what we're going to do today. So as you can see, everything is pretty much like it was when I left off. By the way, I hope you enjoyed the fishing. But so I added, here's the bathroom vent fan. So I ended up drilling a big hole back here, just to where the piece comes out. Of course, I had to use some dryer venting and a bit of duct tape, but you know, duct tape, it works for everything. So that works great. I even wired it in with a switch, so that way easy to control, no issues, suck everything out when I want it off, just hit the button. I don't ever have to go down and unplug something or anything like that. That was pretty basic, pretty simple. The instructions that the fan came with actually show how to wire this in. So that was really basic, really easy. Just follow the step-by-step instructions from the fan. I already had an extra light switch from when I replaced all the switches in the house. I like the rockers. They're just easy to hit. I do want to put a cover over this. I have some plastic, some poly here that I'm thinking I might do something with, just to kind of cover that up a little bit. But we'll see. Depends on how much spraying I'm going to do in here. I have a feeling it's going to be quite a bit, so rather than get all of that on these wires, I'll probably just end up covering it up. As you can tell, I got bored in the last couple of days and decided to attempt to make my own bait through carving. It was going great. I was going to make that little bass there. It was going great until I went to drill the eye out, and then it ended up, because it's soft wood, it ended up just ripped the wood right out right there. So that kind of screwed up the face. As you can tell, it's a little on the narrow side there. So there goes that bait. I'll try it again some other time. What else did I do? Oh yeah, I made just a quick little paper towel holder. It's just a piece of 2x4 with a little piece of 1x there. There's a little dowel and a little piece of furring strip that I cut to a shape just to kind of keep it all locked into place there. Because once you put it through, it sits down on the dowel there, so it's not going to come off as long as it's sitting down there. When you need to replace it, you just pull it up, replace it. What else? I put a couple more paints in. As you can tell, all the lures are gone because I went fishing. More paints, some House of Color stuff. That's pretty much it. I do have this little thing here set up so that I can put the camera on it and record while I'm airbrushing, and we'll get to that here real soon on the next episode. I'm just trying to figure out what it is I'm going to paint next. That way I can have it for you and have it for your watching pleasure. But that does it for this one. There you go. This is how I do my Airbrush Workstation. Pretty easy. Nothing to it. There wasn't hardly any money put into it. I think the plywood's maybe $7 or $8. I believe this was $10 on Amazon. That was free because I had it already, but you can go and get it at any big box store or Ace Hardware. I think they're about $3 or $4 a piece. The lights, you can put any light you want, even those stick-em lights with the batteries and the LEDs, you can use those. That was just an office lamp. Like I said, my wife had the stand there. She's got a bunch of those in the closet that we weren't using. So that'll do it. I should be able to paint out of this thing for quite a while. When it gets cold, if need be, I'm going to run that, because I can just lift this window up enough to run whatever I need to, which will probably be another piece of dryer venting out underneath there, and then I'm going to fill in all the excess there with a towel or some sort of fabric. Stop some of the cold weather from coming in. But it should work just fine. If you have any questions, or you see something that I did wrong, or that you think I could have done better, please let me know. And we'll see you on the next episode. Take care.